guys, this is Text Reviews for the Home Depot, and I'm going to show you how this tree pruner works. So it has a 1-inch capacity, and what exactly does that mean? Well, that is this area here. This can accommodate up to a 1-inch branch. This doesn't necessarily mean this is the maximum you can cut, as you have this serrated blade here. So the way this works is you simply use a backwards and forwards sewing action for this blade for bigger limbs, and then if you have any limbs that are 1 inch or smaller, what you've got, you can see there's a rather nice pulley system here, and as you pull on this pulley you'll see this blade here engage, and what this pulley does, it gives you a good amount of pull and load. You can see as that comes through, and you can see the way the pulley's working. The last few inches really give it a good hard cut there, so it's going to be very easy to cut through a 1-inch area. Now I'm going to show you some of the other things that we like about this. So this extends, it's right around 6 foot, and it extends to 12 foot. Now typically with many of these extending poles, what you find is there's a lock that you open and you pull it into position and then you lock it in place, or some of them have a twist mechanism. And I don't know about you, but I always find that either of these that have this just a friction bracket or twist and lock into place, they're always untwisting and sliding backwards and forwards, and it's a constant battle. What Fiskars have done here is they've taken just the idea of a regular friction bracket, but they've added in this little button here, and I'll show you what that does. So if you press that down, I'm just going to extend it a little bit so I can show you that there's actually a hole here. Now what this does, this locks into that hole, and doesn't matter if you twist or whatever, that's not going to move. So I really like that. Now there are 3 of these holes. There's one at its shortest length when this is pushed inside, there's one with the pole extended halfway out, and then there's one with the pole fully extended. I'm just going to pull this out so you can see where the next hole is. This is with the pole half extended, and we'll keep going, and there you can see, and then there is another pole, another hole right at the other end. So I'll just show you how that works. As you push it back in, it's going to snap and lock in place, like so. You can see that's firmly locked in place. The only way that's going to move is if you hold this down, which typically you're holding the other end of the pruner there, and this is just an extra snap to lock it in place and make sure that it doesn't move anywhere. So what do we think about this? Well, it's actually pretty cool. For any limbs that are 1 inch or less, you don't have to use any sewing. You can just simply pull this string. Now the string is the length, or the full length of the pole, and on the end of the string you even have this little hand holder here, so you've got something to pull against. So anything less than 1 inch, and then anything larger than 1 inch is just a regular saw blade that has a slight curvature to it, to make sure that it wraps around and grips that branch as you're sewing backwards and forwards. This is not adjustable, so it is fixed in place, so you will need to adjust your position if you've got a hard to reach area. You can't, for example, bend this down or bend this back. This is just a single extension of, and if you want to change the blade, you simply undo this wing nut, the whole blade lifts off. This has been Text Reviews for the Home Depot.